and also confirm, that's it, we are actually live at last. So now that we're live, I can show this to you. Okay, cool. Let's refresh this and I'll send this link to you. Okay, and that's live. And there you go, guys. And that's live. Cool. So you can now watch it live on YouTube. That's live. Cool. So I've closed that screen down, so that way we don't have a feedback noise, and you can now click on that YouTube page, and on that YouTube page you will definitely be able to watch me live on YouTube while I now take my time and break things down to you as carefully as possible. Now, if you don't mind, I'm just going to turn this all the way here, and I'm going to enlarge that so that you can actually see the screen when I'm actually training. Okay, so that's good. All right, so can you all confirm you can see me on YouTube, please? All right, please confirm you can see me on YouTube, please, so that I want to make sure everything works well before I actually go over there. Please confirm you can see me on YouTube, or you not see me on YouTube, but you can see the YouTube. That's the only time I can go to YouTube. Okay, only one person has confirmed. There are 22 people on this call, so at least 5 to 10 people should confirm on Telegram that they can see the YouTube. They can see the YouTube live session, and you can also hear me. Please, let's be as interactive as possible, so that it's a learning process for us. So, okay, good. So you can actually see now. Excellent. All right, good. So you can see on YouTube now. I can go to the screen now. Please, I'll say it again. If you're on this call, go on YouTube, click on that link, and then we can pay attention. All right, so here I am. So you should be able to see me here. Now, oops. Cool. So let me start with you. So this is you over here. Okay? Now, you right now, if you're going to apply for a PM or a BA role, most likely those roles are going to be focused on what we call the digital sphere or the digital space. Now, the question is why? That is the most important question. Now, you can go and learn as much as you can about project management, about business analysis, but you can't manage what you don't understand, and you can't analyze what you don't understand. So, if all the projects are about the digital space, or they're all driven by the digital space, then the question is, what is driving? What are the forces actually driving this? So let us address those forces. Now, there are 7-point-something billion people in the world, of which around 60% of these people have been mobilized. Now, when we talk about mobilized, what that means is that they have a mobile phone. Okay? Now, of these 60% that have a mobile phone, there's a strong chance that about, I think it's about 70% of them, no, sorry, about 40%, about 50% of them, I'll check the stats properly, but about 50% of them have smart devices. So, you could assume that roughly around 3.5 billion people have smart devices. Okay? And a smart device is literally a big massive computer in your hand. Your smartphone is a computer. If you can remember the days when if you went back 20 years, okay, I'm going to tell you what you'll be carrying in your hand if you went back 20 years based on what you're carrying in your phone right now. So first of all, you'll be carrying, if you went back 50 years, you'll be carrying a mainframe in your hand. And that is basically, you can't carry it because that is the sound, that is the size of a building. So if you remember the old days when we were using analog technology, basically that was those days. So you in your hand right now literally have a massive mainframe if you go back kind of 50 years. If you go back 10 years, okay, what do you have in your hands? Obviously you don't have a mainframe in your hand. If you go back 10 years, well, you have a laptop in your hand, because 10 years that was what it was. You have a camera in your hand, okay? You have your address book in your hand. You know those applications you used to have. In fact, let's make it 15 years or 20 years, okay? At that point, your address book, you know, I don't know if you guys are that young, but you would go out and buy an electronic address book. You know, that was done by Sony, it was done by all these other companies at that point in time. It's amazing how some of these companies don't even exist anymore. Why? Because they were not able to evolve. So we talked about you carrying your laptop, you carrying your camera, you carrying your address book. What else is on that phone? Because there's so many things on that phone that is actually quite scary. Basically, any app, most apps used to be big, massive devices. And you can now have all those things on your phone, something that's small. You have been mobilized. And as a result of being mobilized, companies can engage with you as a result of all of these technologies being digitized and all in your phone. Everything, we can now have what we call a unified system. So what do I mean by that? So for example, your camera is on your phone. Sorry, I'm not very good at drawing. Your camera is on your phone. Your address book is on your phone. Your map, so Google Map is on your phone. Okay, so your address book is on your phone. Your calendar is on your phone. And all of these things can be unified to enable companies deliver a solution that benefits you. So companies can literally integrate into your lifestyle to give you better added value, to better serve your needs. Now, when you think about 3.5 billion people in the world having access to smart devices, it now gives an opportunity for companies and even the private sector to integrate into your lifestyle through this digital medium. So we now live in a digital economy. And by living in this digital economy, which obviously that's because we live in the digital age, companies must have a digital business strategy. In order for them to have a digital business strategy, they need to factor in all the digital technologies and how they can enhance every area of their business. So it is now the job of a business analyst to be abreast with the latest digital technologies out there. And it's important that you take note of this. Why? Because you are able to identify the emerging technologies that can be used to help every area of the business, be it activities, be it processes, be it their business model, be it trying to be customer-centric. So, as a result of all of this, you as a BA will have to add the word digital at the end of your title in order for you to be able to work in the digital age that we're in, which means you will need to have some level of digital experience. The same applies to a project manager or a PMO analyst. And that is why in this company, we tend to focus on building your digital expertise before we start focusing on building your project management and business analysis expertise. Now, what does digital mean? Digital is actually electronic electronic data. That is what digital is. It's electronic data. It is the creation, transmission, and processing of data. That is what digital technology is. So, if digital technology is electronic data, okay, and which is the creation, transmission, and processing of data, that means that what you are holding on your phone is a big, massive machine that processes, creates and analyzes and whatever it can to data in order to deliver a particular service, and it does it in ones and zeros. So you now have to ask yourself a question. If digital is transmission of data, creation of data, processing of data, that means digital strategy is how you can use data, or if you a digital business strategy is how you can use data to enhance every area of your business by being a lot more informed and able to make the right decisions, because you have that real-time access to activities, processes, and a clear visual on your model, and you can look at identifying issues, any problems, or any opportunities in order for you to capitalize and drive down your operational costs, increase your revenue, okay, be a lot more customer-centric, and then look at opportunities of expanding as a business. And then eventually, you can now become a major disruptor in the market as well. And that is one of the beautiful things about digital. So, NHS, for example, decided that they were going to invest 4.2 billion in their pounds in their digital transformation initiative. And one of the areas that they're looking at is machine learning, artificial intelligence, data, security, and all of those areas. And why? Because they want to further integrate into their customers' lifestyle, and they want to digitize and automate every area of the business, which will drive down operational costs and also increase overall throughput as well. So let us talk about some three important factors, because when we talk about digital, a lot of people think, oh, IT, and I want you to take your mind away from the word IT, and I want you to look at digital as a business enabler, because that's what it is. So digital business strategy, what are the digital technologies that can enable every area of our business? So think first as a business person, think first about the customer. Digital marketing, digital transformation is all about customer centricity. And why are we more thinking about the customer now? Because once upon a time, when the kind of technology you're holding in your hand, once upon a time, the kind of technology you were holding in your hand was specific to the government and military and massive companies. Those were the people who could actually use that, and those companies would pay for it. But today, the technology the markets that literally serves, that technology actually serves, is not just these guys anymore. The market they now serve is 3.6 billion people with literally a smart device in their hand. And the beauty about this smart device is there's a lot of information about you. Let me give you an example. So this is you, right? What you don't know about this phone that you have in your hand is this. This phone enables us to know where you are, location, anytime, anywhere. Enables us to know what time you are, where you are. Enables us to know how long you are spending on there. Do you know what else this phone that you hold in your hand does? It tells us what you are thinking through your browser history. Everything you search for is kept. It lets us know who you're close to and who you're not close to through your WhatsApp, through your communication on WhatsApp. It tells us everything about you. We can analyze who you are just by your entire life is on your phone. In fact, you communicate more on your phone than you communicate with your close ones these days. Now, which company will not want to have access to that? Which government will not want to have access to that? And that is why the law, the GDPR law, is coming into place. And that is why we're trying to get as many of our candidates experienced in those areas, because that is the law that kicks in May 28. Why? Because there's just too much information that companies and the government can have on people, and this information is a complete invasion of our privacy. I think it is wrong for you to build an artificial intelligence that can identify when my wife is going to be pregnant, and you start selling products to her before she is pregnant because you have been checking my conversation activities on my phone and you've been monitoring my trends and my behavior. That is just beyond. But that is the kind of technology that is out there. And those are the kind of projects that you will be managing. Because any company that is not evolving and taking advantage of the digital technologies and emerging technologies and top platform technologies available to them will literally find themselves out of business. Companies who have already failed to evolve, companies like Netflix, my mistake, companies like Blockbuster, who was killed by Netflix. I think you guys will remember Blockbusters. I think this was how their stuff was. Okay, it was a movie rental store, or physical movie rental store that you will find on every single road in the United Kingdom, probably in the United States as well, because they're a US company. And overnight they disappeared. Why? Because they failed to evolve. Blockfield, Netflix took advantage of digital technology, Wi-Fi technology, unlimited accessibility. Okay, so while Blockbusters was still in the mindset of limited accessibility and making decisions based on limited accessibility technology, the likes of Netflix was making decisions based on unlimited accessibility technology, unlimited data, unlimited internet access, unlimited storage. While Blockbusters was still focusing on limited accessibility, limited stores, limited areas they can open a movie rental store, limited time to allow the user to watch the movie and have to return it so someone else can rent it. The mindset of limited accessibility. So, in reality, digital transformation is helping businesses move from making decisions based on limited accessibility to making decisions based on unlimited accessibility. And what are the drivers for unlimited accessibility? Well, those are what we call the digital technologies available for us to be able to operate in a world of unlimited accessibility. And what are those digital technologies? Okay? Well, I'll tell you straight away. One of it is cloud. The other is mobile. And the next one is social. And the one after that is big data and analytics. And from all of these emerges what we call emerging technologies or innovation accelerators. So, for example, Internet of Things, cognitive systems, next-gen security systems. Those are the technologies that span from top platform technology. These are the technologies that define the era of unlimited accessibility, the digital age that we now live in. And bearing that in mind, if a company knows that if they don't evolve like Blockbusters, if a company knows that if they don't evolve like Kodak, if a company knows if they don't evolve like Motorola, WH Smiths, I can name them over and over again. Companies that used to be big, massive brands and are no more today because they failed to evolve, to move from the era of unlimited accessibility to the era of unlimited accessibility and making decisions based on that. Those companies will fail. And every company right now knows that they have to take advantage of the digital technologies and emerging technologies available to them in order for them to stay competitive, be a lot more consumer-centric, drive down operational costs, increase customer valuation, and operate on a global scale. Because digitization is now putting us in a position where we can operate globally. A business that once upon a time could only operate within the vicinity of its geographical area can now operate on a global scale. Once upon a time, ladies and gentlemen, we were just based in London, in Greenwich. Maximum people that can come into the office, 30, 40 for training, and that meant having a bigger office. Then we had to go and open up an office in Manchester. Then we had to go and open up an office in Glasgow. And we started calculating the cost of opening this office and the return on investment and the marketing that's involved in it. And I had to pause and say, look, we are living in the age of unlimited accessibility. Why am I thinking using the mindset of limited accessibility? We have the technology, cloud, mobile, social, big data analytics. How can I take advantage of this and use it to create a platform where I enable workers anytime, anywhere? Where I digitize and automate the work experience platform that we have, where I find a way to use the data that I am collecting as a result of digitizing and automating to be a lot more informed in terms of the behavior and characteristics of my target audience in order to deliver a more value-added service to them. And so we embarked on our own digital transformation initiative, which was to digitize and automate our e-work experience platform and be informed by data in order to drive down operational costs, to increase revenue in terms of cross-sells, upsells, new business, and establishing the lifetime value of the customer, and then finding ways to increase that, to expand on a global scale, and more importantly, to increase market share and kill the competition. How could we do that? And that is when we started looking at the digital technologies available for us to do that. When we started with cloud. So that was where the world of APIs, application programming interface, where we can connect one application to another application, get them talking to each other, and build a massive application that meets the needs of our customers. For example, a customer needs to learn how to project plan. Candidates need to collaborate. Let's be honest, we can't put 300-400 people in an office. We need a big, massive office. So what technology is out there that can help us enable people to collaborate? We discovered Basecamp. We also knew that people have to continue their e-learning while they are gaining work experience. So we had to find a way to get the API from Basecamp, get it and then connect it to our platform, and then integrate the whole thing so that we have what we call a synergy. We have a unified system. We also had to integrate GoToWebinar so that all of a sudden, guess what? I can be on a conference call, be listening to my video tutorials, while also collaborating with people on the project, all from the convenience of my home. That is worker enablement. That is process efficiency. And I have used digital technology, cloud, to do that. But most of my customers are mobile. Alright, what mobile technology is out there that can enable our customers to be able to communicate and collaborate through their mobile device? And that was where Riva came into place. That was when we discovered the potentials of Telegram. And then we now thought, let us integrate this into the existing system as well. I hope you're following me. Okay? And then we also talked about, oh my God, we're now collecting a lot of data on our customers. Now let us study their activities. Let's identify who works hard the most, who doesn't, and then find ways to define best practice, and that's where data comes into place. So what I am doing is no different from what NHS will do. It is no different from what Barclays or HSBC or Accenture or Capgemini or Microsoft or Cisco would do. And because of that, that is the reason why our candidates are securing the jobs at a dramatically higher rate than any other company in the United Kingdom. So what do I mean by this? Well, guess what? If every company right now is going through digital transformation, some are discovering, some are at the exploration stage, some are transformed and now moving towards disruptive technology, some are players, digital players, okay, and some are still digital resistance. So we as a company, we've gone from transformation, we are now in disruptive. So the experience you get over here is extreme value to any company that's a resistant, just trying to explore, to any company that's a player looking to be totally transformed, to a company that's totally transformed looking to become a disruptive company. And your experience with all your PM and BA skills that we will teach you, plus your experience working on these projects, these digital transformation projects, is what gives you the added advantage over somebody with 10 years experience as a project manager, but is still living in the mindset of limited accessibility. You now have to think about unlimited accessibility. And that is why it's so critical that you understand digital, understand the application of digital, and understand the benefits of digital, and why it is essential for every single company. And if it's essential for every single company, that means that every single company is going to be looking for people with digital skills. And that's why when you go on JobServe now and you type in any project manager role, there will always be some digital skill that they're looking for. And that is one of the most important things I wanted to do today, to help you understand where we're going, so that when we start to talk digital, they're not saying, oh my God, this IT stuff is too much for me. No, unfortunately, that's no longer the case. This IT stuff is now what I must know. But it is not in the way that you think you will know it. For example, nobody is asking you to become a coder. Nobody is asking you to go and design a website. Nobody is asking you to go and build a complicated algorithm. Nobody is asking you to build a mobile application. Nobody is asking you to go and build an ERP system. But all we're asking you is, do you understand the needs of the business and the technologies that can help us solve those, provide solutions to those needs? If you do, can you translate the business requirements into technical requirements to the technical people? And can you communicate it back and forth until we deliver this thing successfully? And as a project manager, your job is to manage, monitor, and control the project timeline, the budget, resources in line with the overall business benefits. That obviously would have been broken down into phases where scope of work is defined, what must be done, what should be done, what could be done, what won't be done based on immediate, midterm, and long-term business value. But then also, are you able to analyze? And when we talk about analyzing, being able to gather requirements, requirement engineering. And the engineering of requirements is in simple English, speaking to the people who have a vision of what they want to achieve, communicating with the technical people who understand technology and how to use that, subject matter experts, how to use that to provide a solution to the needs of the business. But more importantly, the needs of the customer, because we're a lot more customer-centric now. Is having that business acumen and that technological understanding to be able to be the go-between between the business and the technical people, or to be the guy that manages the team that delivers the solution. So we're not asking you to be a developer. We're asking you to have common sense. We're asking you to build your interpersonal skills. We're asking you to be someone who has a thirst for knowledge and somebody who's a natural problem solver. And this is the beautiful thing about digital, being a digital solutions architect, and I'll help you here. When we identify, I'm trying to find what the icon for problem. When we identify a problem, we don't think straight, what's the digital solution to it? What I advise people to do is this. I tell people, first of all, think for this problem over here, think about the natural, physical solution. I don't think I spelled physical right. And then once you have discovered the natural physical solution, then look to digitize and automate. This is Digital Solutions Architect 101. What is the problem? Let's discuss the natural physical solution to it. Now let's move to digitizing and automating it. So let me give you an example. I went to a restaurant recently. About last 3 months ago when I was in Nigeria. I go to this restaurant every single day, and I used to have breakfast there before I start work. And every single time they will come up to me, take my credit card, I'll pay for stuff, and they will ask my telephone number. So on this particular day, I said, look, you know what, I'm not giving you my telephone number anymore. I'm done. I'm tired. You know, you keep asking for the same thing over and over again. Said, oh, we asked it in case your card doesn't go through. I said, look, my card has always gone through, right? And you've asked for this telephone number all the time. Well, why don't you just say, sir, we'd like to keep your number for in case at any point in time the card doesn't go through. So you have to ask me all over again. This time around, I'm not giving you my telephone number. I'm here tomorrow to eat breakfast. So since I'm here tomorrow to eat breakfast, why, if anything goes wrong, just tell me. Okay? And he said, no, we have to take your telephone number. I said, well, I'm not giving it to you, not this time. And then they called the manager, and the manager said, well, if you don't give us your telephone number, we're not going to send you again. I said, what? I said, have I not paid for the food? He said, yes. Did the transaction go through? He said, yes. So because I refuse to give you my telephone number, and I'm going to give regular customer who comes in every day, you're not going to allow me to eat here anymore. He said, yeah. And I can't do anything about it. He said, yes. Whoa, okay. Now, who's going to hear about that? Who's going to know about the terrible customer service that this company has just put me through? The ordeal that I've went through, that I've been through. Who's compensating me for how I feel? And then I realized that I had a problem. There you go. I had a problem. I can't report this company. I can't write a review about this company. I can't tell other people about my experience here so that they don't come here and experience the same thing. So what's the physical solution to it? Well, I could tell as many of my friends as possible. I could go on a blog and write about them. I can go on Google, find the and write a bad review about them. But it's just me, isn't it? How can I get other people to do it? Well, I could find out who else have been there and get them to confirm what I've said. But then how is that digitized and automated, made available for everyone else to see? So let us now find a digital solution to this problem. How about we think about top platform technology, mobile, cloud, big data, social. Interesting, right? How about we look at the mobile enabled features on the mobile phone and build an application whereby when I walk into a restaurant and I open up the app, it automatically tells me who's been there, what they said about the customer service, about the food and this and that, and how many people agree with it, and ask you if you agree with it. And over a period of time, through automation and digitization, if that business continues to do what it is that they continue to treat me the way that I was treated, as soon as people enter and open up the app, they will just walk out. Why? Because nobody wants to experience the same thing. And that is me providing a digital solution to a problem which I first found a physical solution to. I hope that makes sense. And that automatically has turned me into a digital solutions architect by providing a solution, a digital solution to a problem that adds value to the customer. Pretty interesting. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your job. That's your job as a solutions architect, which you would naturally evolve to from being a BA, okay? Or you could even evolve to from being a PM. But a PM, you could evolve to being a program manager, a digital program manager, okay? Or program director. So, with all this that I've said, the question I want to ask you is, do you feel that without the digital skills, you can survive 2018, 2019, 2020, when every company is going through digital transformation? If you feel that you can survive, then you don't need to be here. You don't need to listen to what I'm saying. Just carry on what you're doing. If you feel that, actually, if I don't have the right digital skills, I'm toast. Then this is where we now sit down and break down digital transformation, help you to understand data-driven decision making, and then now explain to you how it applies to you as a PM and how it applies to you as a BA, and how you can be the best solutions provider to the company you work for as a project manager, digital project manager, or a digital business analyst. Now, at this point, I'm going to have to come back onto that screen over there and start carrying on from the webinar while I would leave that running, or I could just pause it, and then if we need to go back on YouTube, we'll go back on YouTube. Now, the good news is that you can also go back and listen to this video on the way again, provided you've been listening to it before. So I'm going to go back to the webinar, and I'll catch up with you guys later. All right. Okay, so let me quickly try my best to reduce this. Now, has this been recording? I'm hoping that you have been able to pay attention.